Hey there, my gorgeous goddesses. I'm coming in here today with some tips on how to ask for money, how to ask for resource, allow the men to say no, allow the men to say whatever they want to say because it has nothing to do with you. But what it has to do with is really, really, really good information on what kind of man that is. Because in my healing journey, I have found that men love women. They love us so much, they want to be with us all the time. And you have to be sure to filter out the men that can't give you anything back. And you know those men. We've been married to them, we've dated them, we fell for them, we had our heart broken by them. And now we're gonna be magnetic to a man that wants to step up and contain you. And that includes financially. And one of the first things that you can do to get the information you need is to get him out on a date. If you are online or you have exchanged phone numbers somehow, and the texting is going on for well over 24 hours without any hint of a date, that is where you're leaking your energy. And that is when the man has to decide, is he going to step up and put his money where his mouth is and take you out on a beautiful experience? Or is he just want your energy through the texting that you're doing? So that's one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is ask for something. Ask for something that you need that does not benefit him. Tires for your car. I need a new lock replaced in my front door, and I wouldn't even know where to begin to call somebody. If he doesn't step up either time-wise or monetarily and help make your life more comfortable because he happens to be in it, then that is the green flag that you're looking for. You're not looking for a man that will shoot you names of places and then you follow up on it. There's nuance to everything, but the more you help a man feel comfortable with low effort behavior, the longer you're going to sit in a relationship with a man that's going to give you low effort behavior. Women, especially in my generation, we sometimes think if we sleep with him, he'll reconnect with us. No, remember I said that men view sex as a tennis game. He's looking for the gorgeous opponent who is very skilled and dresses sexy so that he can wump her. So that's not going to work. What will get him hooked is him knowing that he needs to keep stepping up for you, or he'll step out. So it works either way. You will allow your provider to come in because he's the one that's going to keep stepping up. And the men that keep stepping out, let them go. You're not connected with them unless you slept with them, and then you are connected to him spiritually, even physically. His cells are in you. Sorry. So let's stop that. And him sitting in his uncomfortableness to decide, is he going to be disciplined enough to be able to give you everything you desire? Because if he can't decide that, then allow him to go. And he will, because he'll say, oh, I can't do it, or here's something for you, and then it'll get uncomfortable. Go with your uncomfortability. Sorry. And let him go. All right. Third thing is talk about your desires. Turn your problems into desire statements. I currently have a leak in my apartment. It's being handled, but I desire that to be totally handled by somebody else, and eventually I'll be able to walk through that hallway and the grate will be up, everything will be handled, and I don't have to touch a thing. Right now, that's not my life, so I have to handle it. A man that hears your desire for this job to just be completed and done so you can find peace in your heart, in your own home, is going to do something about it. He will send his personal guy over to fix it or pay to have it done so that you can live in peace and it doesn't have to strap you financially to live in the peace you desire. Story time. Holding the duality of the leak is only one thing I've experienced last week. I was also holding the duality of having a flat tire on my trip from Pennsylvania to Florida, which normally is a 2-day trip, and because of the flat and the snow, it turned it into a 3-day trip. How do you allow people around you to help you, especially men, when you don't know where to begin? And it happened in a 7-Eleven in this little town, and a man knocked on my window as I was crying inside my car, locked, and he says, "I'm in the Pepsi truck right behind you, and I'll be here for another half an hour or so." And I called my mechanic at Pepsi to come take a look and at least give you some guidance. Do you have AAA? So he guided me to call who I needed to call, and his mechanic did come and tell me what I needed to do. And he then, after the mechanic left, said, "I will remain here until AAA comes." Totally warmed my heart. I allowed another man to step in too. But if I was in my victimhood, I would not have allowed them to do that. And I would have been waiting longer. I would have been closed off to the beauty of the place. And I actually took a couple pictures. All the snow was stuck to the branches. And I slowed down long enough to enjoy it while somebody changed my tire, while somebody led me to the tire place. Well, there was a man in a Pepsi truck overseeing and just making sure help came before he left. That warms my heart. Even the angels agree. So take these 3 things with you. Asking for money is our birthright. 100 years ago, the women in our family were able to be resourced by men easily. They had the words, they had the energy, they had the surrender and the allowance to let it land. We think back to the controllers versus the providers, and that it's a braiding of each. And the women in my family, I found out, were unable to ask for desires. So they didn't get the high effort men. Maybe in one area, but not in all. And if you're a woman like me, who desires her divine union, who is not interested in sleeping around, or even with one more man that hasn't claimed me publicly, financially, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, I can't do it. So journey with me. I have over 150 first dates on record, and I'm still online dating as my spiritual healing. And don't forget, in your dating experience, my little tiny algorithm that is going to keep compounding if you remember to act from it. And that is your self or your network, the people surrounding you, or who you're talking your desires to. You want a divine union, plus your spiritual work. That's getting online and getting these men out on a face-to-face date, investing time and money into you on a first date quickly without giving your phone number if you can help it. That is your spiritual healing, where you can allow a man to say no. And it's easy to let the no land when you don't know who that man is, really. Could be an 800-pound woman. And your network plus your spiritual work is going to equal your net worth. So go on out there, ladies. Allow this beautiful cellular awakening seep into every cell of your body, so it affects your posture, it affects your movement, it puts sparkle in your clothes. And good luck out there. I'll see you for the next one.